Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time everyone, yes again, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be doing another live stream. I know I did one a couple days ago, not a couple days ago, but anyway. So, basically everyone, this time, as I said in my last live stream, I'm just going to do something here for a minute. Basically, this is going to be a group chat kind of shabazzle. So, shabazzle, is that a word? I think so. Anyhow, so, as promised in the last live stream, Roger Rubenstein wanted to join the chat. So, while I wait for him, basically, just a little follow-up on my last live stream. Thomas and the Fallen Prime is nearing completion. I did get some more lines for the characters, in case you're wondering. Also, I was basically able to just, as I said, 9 parts. I got the first 7 are complete. The last 2 parts, part 8 needs a line for a friend of mine is going to do a line, and I'm waiting on him. Part 9 is obviously it's all done. It's just I have to get the end credits edited. So that's basically that. Oh, 2 viewers. Okay, cool. Also, I will be making another trailer. Yes. Now, before you say, Optimus, you made 3 trailers. You said you do 3. Okay, so here's a story. One of the people that is going to be doing voice acting in the film, Devin Hassan, I believe his name is. Yes. He's going to be doing Toby in the film. He requested that I do a 4th trailer, but this time use some of his lines. He also said that I could use Cade Van Soto 1's, basically Timothy's whistle from Cade Van Soto 1's Timothy movies and stuff. I'm going to ask Cade Van Soto 1 permission, just to be sure. I've already did a recreation, my best attempt at a recreation kind of thing. So, anyway, that was weird. Okay, so where's my second viewer? Did he leave? Hold on. Oh, hi Roger. I see you. What's up? So yeah. Yeah, so I forget what I was going to say. Okay, yeah. Back to what I was saying. I'm going to ask Cade Van Soto 1 permission to be sure that I have you're using Timothy's whistle. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use Timothy's whistle, to be honest. I have to ask Cade Van Soto 1 permission, because if you remember earlier in the year, Cade Van Soto 1 and Tom River, they just got. If you watched my reaction video from earlier in the year, that will answer the question to what I'm explaining. But I will ask Cade Van Soto 1 permission, just to be on the safe side, because I do not want to do something that I basically don't want to, borrow something without asking, basically. And I did do my best attempt to recreating Timothy's ghost whistle. And by the way, Timothy's whistle is amazing. Timothy's whistle it's one of those intimidating whistles that you're like, okay, what the heck's going on? Who's doing that? It's like, let's say, I don't know, let's say Flight Scotsman, for example. Let's say he and Gordon are pulling the express in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden they hear the whistle, that kind of thing. But yeah, I will be using that ghost whistle in the trailer, the 4th trailer for the film. Other things. Hey, Optimus, I can't wait to help you with the Fallen Prime film. Oh, well, yeah, thank you, Devin Hassan. And thank you for your audition roles. I was very not only satisfied, but I was amazed. Like, you're gonna love this fourth trailer. It's gonna be amazing. It's almost complete. I just need, as I said, I'm just gonna ask KFan101 permission to use Timothy's ghost whistle, and then it should be good to go. Pop-up just came up. Anyway, other things. Oh yes. After the film, obviously, as I mentioned in the last one, Duck in the Air and Shutter will be the next Thomas episode that I'll be making, which will lead up to the next film. And then after the next film, we'll go back to the regular episodes. Now, there was also, Devin Hassett also suggested, requested me to do a project, another separate film involving Timothy and Stepney. I'm going to have to go back and read that comment because, thank you, I'm very flattered. You're welcome, Devin. I can't wait to help with the, well, you're welcome, Roger, anytime. So, now, before I continue on with the next live stream, I want to give a huge shout out to a couple of users. I want to give a huge shout out to Baruda Zyro, aka Thu Adams, who does transfer reviews. Chuck Dog 1993, who does a lot of great transfer reviews, and I love his content. Kal-El Prime, Vault Matrix, and RuneScape 228. I just want to give a huge shout out to them. This is wonder how Timothy will react when he sees his old demonic side. Well, I'm going to say this. Okay. Basically, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, okay? And and you can tell I'm pretty excited that I'm nearly completing the project. I just need that one line from my friend, and then the credits will be edited. Then the film should be ready to go. Now, here's the question to you guys. Do you want me to, like, upload... It's going to be 9 parts. Do you want me to upload the 9 parts and then the entire film combined? Do you want me to upload the first 3, maybe 2-3 parts, maybe on June 16th, which was my intended release date for this film? Do you want me to upload all 9 parts in one day, or do you just want me to just go one day at a time, like 1 through 9 through the next 9 days? What do you think? Put it in the chat below. I'll try to answer your questions as much as possible. Yeah, so now Devin also asked me a question, who else is going to be voicing in the film? It's obviously going to be Devin, Roger, myself, and then there's, I forget the username, but he did some auditioning for Gordon, Duck, and James, so they will be in the film, obviously. So they'll be in the credits of the film, and if I forget, I'll bring it up at another point. Anyway. But yeah, to answer your question, I recommend going one day at a time with that on the. Oh, okay. So Roger's saying that I'd recommend going one day at a time, and then on the 10th day, upload the whole film all together. Now, with the last film I did, Thomas the Astrological Opticon, from a year ago, that was probably about 2 hours and 55 minutes, and I couldn't upload the entire film together. This one is a little shorter. I'm gonna do my absolute best to try and get the stuff. But I know somebody uploaded the entire Untold Story of Timothy film. And it wasn't KFan101, it was somebody else. I think it was it, I forget his username, but he'll come to me. But he uploaded the entire film. I know Shane Ortiz did that as well, but there's another user that did it as well. But yeah, and speaking of KFan101, I'm looking forward to the 4th and final part of the Kirk Rowan branch. It's going to be amazing. Because basically we were commenting on the 3rd part, and basically we were like, oh, why is Timothy Space all bloody and stuff? And I already asked that question in my Untold Story Timothy review, and basically it's like, if he's very demonic, blood comes down. If he's less demonic, the blood does appear. That kind of thing. Oh yes, Sam the Train fan. Yes, I think it was him that uploaded the entirety of Ghost Trade last year. Yeah. Um, hey Optimus, may I suggest you use Timothy's demonic scream that will make the people who are watching make their skeleton jump out of their skins. I've actually done a recreate. I did a no joke. I actually recreated Timothy's demonic scream, and it will. You may hear it a couple times. It might be in the fourth trailer too. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But yeah, I was not surprised when Timothy screamed at the old controller in Horror of the Cook Road Ranch. I'm so sorry. I'm just and I'm going to say this: Timothy's demonic scream has got to be one of the best screams. And K-Fan Center 1 did do the scream. It was Welsh Cole Productions who did the scream, and I commend him for that. And I even loved the face too. It was very well detailed. I mean, Timothy's faces just keep getting very, very demonic with every time you see his face on the screen. It's just so cool. I admire that. But yeah, I will try my best to get that scream in the film. I know there will be. First time I heard that scream, I had a hard time to sleep for a few days. It is a very loud scream. I'm going to say that. It's incredible. The the fact that the old controller was basically abusing Timothy and the other engines at the time, during Timothy's time when he was alive, it just that's what caused Timothy to just jump off the cliff. But yeah, honestly, I was not surprised. Though I will admit, it sent shivers down my spine. And I don't easily get scared by that stuff. Not at all. Unless it was like a Friday the 13th or maybe a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing. But I will say this. I mean, if I had to rate Timothy, now I will say this: Timothy in Horror of the Cook Road Branch is kind of the anti-hero. He's spared Thomas, all right? He spared Thomas. He was going after the old controller. That was basically the bread and butter right there. But here's my question to you guys: who is a better villain, Timothy, Diesel 10, or Alfred? And if you were to rank them, where would you rank them? But yeah, and I say that because Diesel 10 was the main baddie in Thomas the Magic Railroad. Alfred was in the NWR Origins from Thomas 1, Edward 2, Henry 3 I did a year ago. Like, he was so just he was basically Megatron last year. He was basically the Megatron from the Origins. Pretty much. He was just anyway. I'm forgetting what else I'm gonna say here. Oh, 4 viewers, nice. Excuse me. My apologies. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, what else? What else? I'm trying. My brain's so blank right now. I can't. Oh yeah. Other miscellaneous things. I have seen apparently Transformers Prime is coming back. I think I said that in my last live stream. It's coming back. It's a film. It's called Galvatron's Revenge. And it's basically after Predacons Rising, it's basically the surviving Autobots against the Combaticons and Galvatron. And I've seen the trailer. It's pretty good. It won't come out till next year, but hopefully they make a toy line. But and I will say this. Speaking of films, I am looking forward to The Great Race. I've seen all the bios of the engines that will be making their debuts, including Flying Scotsman, mind you, because we haven't seen Flying Scotsman in any of the series, any of the Thomas series since season 3, and we only saw his 2 tenders. What was your reaction when you saw Timothy's horrifying grin at the end of Ghost Train? Oh, is that when Timothy was chasing down Thomas in the final, like, or are you talking about at the end, like, are you talking about in part 9? Or if you know what I'm saying, like after Thomas is reflecting on Timothy, are you talking about when Timothy is in his dimension and you see his like blood green, like I mean I he was kind of intense in part 7, and in part 8, the final part, it was insane. And honestly, my honest answer, I'm not surprised. He wants Thomas. He wants him to just basically Timothy wants to erase him from history. And there will be more on Timothy. Why? Like, it can't just be the old controller that's fueling his anger. It has to be other engines, other people, other old controllers. Now, here's my interesting question. Is the old controller, like, what's the old controller's name? Like, that's my curious question. And is he in any relation with Sir Topham Hatt? Like, his family, his background? Oh, the chasing scene, and he says, I always come back. Oh, both scenes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say that. It's like Timothy always keeps his promise, and he, as I said in Horror in the Crooked Run Branch, he comes back. He doesn't come. We don't see him in part 1 of Horror in the Crooked Run Branch. We see him in part 2 when he scares the crap out of James, and then of course his big reveal in part 3, leading to whatever he did to the old controller. Which I will ask that question in my review. I'm going to save that for the review. Anyway, what else? Oh, Thomas reviews. In terms of other Thomas figure reviews, once the Great Race comes out, I will try my best to get the other engines, and they will be in my series. They will be in my series, and I will try to give them individual episodes the best I can. It just right now I'm in the script editing of. I got the first a total of like I just said in my last live stream, 45 episodes for my series. Yeah, 45 episodes. My phone's going off. I apologize for that. What else? The last episode for this season on my side is nearly complete. It's nearly complete for the last episode of this year. It's basically the Christmas episode. I'm thinking of using that chase scene where Charleston wants his revenge on Thomas and Timothy. Oh, okay, Roger. You're saying that you may want to recreate that scene to basically using Charleston to go after Thomas and Timothy together. That is true. That is true, Davern. Timothy was after Thomas because he always had the usefulness, because he had a great life to start off with, but then when he came out of retirement in 1913 and the old controller was treated bad, that's what caused Timothy to just go haywire and caused his ultimate demise. I mean, he didn't. I will say this. I did this with my NWR Origins. Timothy was treated badly by the old controller in the Untold Story Timothy. Alfred in the NWR Origins, he was just an arrogant son of a. He just took so much pride in the LNER, and he sealed his fate just by crashing into a field, trying to kill Gordon and Henry with a bunch of fuel tankers and boxcars. And he's hoping that the boxcars would be the shield. No way, unless it was a tank, unless Alfred had the strength of a tank and was pushing another tank, then Alfred would probably have a good survival rate. You know, I once saw an alternate ending on the Untold Story Timothy where he never had his suicide accident. Oh, so what you're saying, Roger, is that you saw an alternate ending where maybe Timothy had a dream, maybe like he dreamt of this. Yeah, it was. It was a foolish move, but Alfred could have just done the honorable thing and probably like just I don't know. And had he done a Timothy, like had he done a similar thing to Timothy, and let's just say Sir Topham Hatt was aboard that train, that would have changed history. It's similar to Beast Wars, where Beast Wars Megatron shot Optimus Prime in the face. Like the G1 Optimus Prime, it caused everything to go haywire. Okay, Incentive Center. Oh, Alfred was sent to a heritage railway where the old controller was fired? Oh, we're talking about Timothy. Okay. I see. I mean, that is a great alternate ending. And I mean, Timothy did not deserve to be treated by the old controller. Oh, yeah, yeah. I was referring to Timothy. I was confused between them both. Um, Now, just imagine if Timothy's demonic side saw Diesel 10. How would Diesel 10 react? Would he just retreat, or or would he just fight back with his claw, aka Pinchy, or maybe use the bag of sugar against Timothy? I don't know. I mean, in the original Ghost Train episode, Percy was covered in flour, and he scared Thomas. So anyway, now I'm also looking forward to the Tobias and the Half Pariah sequel, The Arcane Merchant. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to say that. Um, I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. As I said, I mean, there's going to be a lot of big stuff happening in the next little year or so. It's going to be intense. It's going to be crazy. Um, Hold up. Something's going on my end. I don't know what. Aloha. Hmm. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, okay. Sorry. I thought. Never mind. Just edit something in my head. Oh yeah, I know you like. That is probably that. Like since Montague is technically dead, because remember Tobias, he shoved Montague over the cliff and into the water, right? And that's how Montague died. Now, I'm sure Oliver wants revenge for what he did, because as Montague or Duck would say, there are two ways of doing things: the Great Western Way, my apologies, and the wrong way. And I'm sure there'll be some sort of like maniacal quote that he'll see or he'll say. But I've also seen we've seen Tobias, and he looks like he is poisoned or infected by one of Oliver's mystical powers that he has potentially in the film. I've seen that on the Facebook page. So anyway, um, hmm, yeah, but all in all, I know you're going to enjoy Thomas and the Fallen Prime, everyone. It's going to be intense. It's going to be crazy. Um, I mean, as I said, I can't reveal too much at this time, but the fourth trailer may give a very interesting hint. Um, as I said, I am going to ask Kane Fan 701 permission for the whistle from Timothy. Uh, the demonic scream, I did recreate it, and it's going to be in the film. Or maybe Oliver wants the power all. Oh, okay. So maybe Oliver must have similar to been. Well, I'm not full of words today. Or maybe yeah, potentially. Maybe Oliver must have sucked the power out of Tobias and had him all to himself, and he becomes invincible, and the engines have to do something about it. So yeah, I mean, going back to what I was saying about Diesel 10 and Timothy, I mean, wouldn't that be something? Diesel 10 against Timothy the Ghost Train. That wouldn't be like. I mean, all in all, uh, Yeah, I have wondered about Dodge's Dark Past and Tales from the Other Railway series. I mean, and still in the actual Thomas series, there's no concrete answer what happened to Spider Dodge after Thomas the Magic Railroad. My assumption is that he could have gone to they could have were sent back to the other railway. Um, and I did like Thomas 1 Number 2 Henry III's use of them in the NWR Origins episode with Oliver. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'll say that. Um, so yeah, all in all, uh, the first part of the film will be up June 16th. Um, have you got any ideas for future ideas for any surviving E2s? Um, I honestly, I have a couple ideas, but they haven't come to me yet. They haven't materialized yet. But I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that I will have to do my research if they're I as I said, like I know Roger wants me to do an episode with Charleston, who apparently he's personality is similar to Alfred, similar to let's just say the Class 40 Diesel, aka Bowler. If you remember from the episode uh, Bowled Out, when the Class 40 Diesel appeared and he had the bowler hat stuck in his air intake. Um, and you may remember in one of my episodes last year with D199 that was an homage, in reference to that episode. There will be some episodes referencing past seasons, the classic seasons. In terms of remakes, planning to do the Missing Coach episode and the Brakeman episode when Don and that's when what else yeah, basically that episode when Donald and Douglas are introduced and Spiteful Brakeman gets crushed. I asked that question to Farquhar Engine on a previous live stream, and he basically said because Bradford apparently is supposed to be introduced in the next season. Um, oh, can't wait for those movies. Oh yeah, they haven't. Their filming has not taken place yet, but script work is in the making right now. Obviously, I have the technology to censor Donald Douglas's nameplates that are already applied onto the figures. So, because remember, Donald Douglas had no nameplates when they were introduced and no numbers. Well, you'll see their numbers, but not their nameplates, obviously. Um, and I have the proper brake van. If you've seen that orange brake van that you've seen in my Thomas series, that will be the Spiteful brake van because that is the basic class that it is. But as I mentioned, Bradford is the new character supposed to appear in the next season, this year or next year, I think. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, all in all, in terms of other things, other ideas, not other ideas, other things that will be taking place. Um, hmm, um, yeah, so I forget now, but it'll come back to me. But as I said, first part, and this film obviously it follows from the last episode that we saw, Thomas and the Mysterious Being. And I mentioned that Steeljaw and Timothy and all that stuff. And it's as I said, it's a crossover. It's going to be intense. It's going to be amazing. And all in all, it's going to be a great film. I'm looking forward to how it's going to turn out. I will take your idea, Roger, into consideration, uploading one part a day and then combining all 9 parts into the main film. I'm going to do my absolute best with that because I tried that with the last film and it didn't work because my software nearly crashed. And for those of you who are wondering, I use Windows Movie Maker and Microsoft Paint for my editing software. And I use some converting websites to convert MP3 like WAV files and MP3 files, all that stuff. So, but yeah, all in all, I think this was a successful live stream. I think I'll go probably another 5-10 minutes, and then I will call it. All in all, it's thank you everyone for joining me beforehand. So yeah, what else? Other shoutouts, yes. There's a couple more shoutouts I want to get out of the way. TJ Omega, I want to give a huge shout out to TJ Omega. And can't wait for you to use Charleston in the flashback your series and stuff. Oh yeah. It's not gonna be Timothy the Ghost Train kind of dark, but it's gonna be, think of it as a season 5 episode, like Haunted Henry or Toby's Discovery, that kind of thing. It's gonna be kind of that revelation kind of episode. You may see a moment. Now, for those of you wondering, I am obviously not going to do a Shed 17 remake. That is never going to happen. Maybe it can involve any character. Daniel Thomas' twin brother. Daniel with 100 at Stepney's face. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I can use, yeah, Daniel's an interesting character. Yeah, I'll take that in consideration. Thank you, Devon. But yeah, for my Halloween episodes, obviously, it's not going to be a Shed 17 kind of thing. Obviously, there's no way there's going to be a Shed 17. The only way, anyway, I don't really want to bring that up, but yeah. Anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about Shed 17 at another date. Going back to what I was going to say, yeah, I will, as I said, I will do my best to fulfill any request that you have for me, guys. Like any potential. If you go to Caledonian Buttons. Okay, let's do that. So yeah, what else? So yeah, now in terms of characters, the amount of characters that will be in the film, there will be a total probably about 40 to 50 characters, not just engines, but there'll be Transformers, obviously. There'll be a lot of transformations, a lot of intense dialogue. There won't be any. The last film I made, there was a ton of swearing, and I felt bad. But anyway, all in all, I just want to thank everyone for the subscribers. Well, thank you very much for all my 100 subscribers. The next video that will be coming out will be the special, the 100 plus subscriber special. I'm nearing 1,000, obviously. I haven't thought of what I'm going to do for that 1,000th episode or 1,000th video, but I am just going to it's going to be intense. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, so I think maybe a couple more minutes. I'll just go maybe 2 more minutes, and then we will end it. So, I'm very obviously thank you, Devin and Roger, for your feedback. I'm looking very forward to the maybe feature film called Daniel the Dark. Feature film called Daniel the Dark Untold Secret, which is about Timothy and Daniel. Okay, I can certainly do that. I can even certainly pass along that idea to Kane Fan 701 and Thomas Fan Forever in case they're interested in that idea. And by the way, Kane Fan 701 deserves to be nominated for the Oscar again for his work this year, and he should work alongside Andrew Brenner, the head writer for the Thomas series. It should work, and maybe we'll see Timothy in the actual series. It'd be so epic. Okay, maybe if I love the demonic side of Timothy, no doubt. but whether or not that deleted scene with Timothy is true or not, I am confident it is still out there, you know? And I just, yeah, Timothy is one of the. Oh, I didn't know, Devon, you were voicing as Timothy. I thought it was just Kane Fan himself. I apologize, Devon. I didn't know. Um, and yeah, Roger, he is one of the best fan mates. But in terms of but the potential rumor that he was an actual character, that is yet to be unanswered. Who knows? I'm pretty I'm pretty sure somewhere out there that the Reverend W. Audrey is happy for us because he is we created so much content with Thomas and all that stuff. It's just amazing. So yeah, I think that Kane is voicing his demon team. Oh, okay. So Kane's so Kane's doing the demon Timothy, and you're doing the normal Timothy. I apologize, Devon. I didn't know. And I've seen your auditions. They're pretty. Your line videos are pretty good. What else? But yeah, as I said, this crossover film will be a huge success, even though it's going to be 9 parts. And as I said, I'm going to try and get the full 9 parts combined into one video. The 1,000th video will be coming up, but obviously after this live stream, the 1,000th video, the 100 plus subscriber special, that'll be coming soon. I enjoyed the live stream. Let's do it again sometime. Oh, of course, yes. The next live stream, I haven't decided. I'm going to save that idea for my 1,000th video. If I'm going to do a live stream video for my 1,000th video, or I'm going to just do a video all separate together and maybe just do something. I've thought of the idea of me interviewing myself. If you check out Nicholas Montego's channel, me, Kane, someone Venus Timothy, and has a custom Bachman Timothy model. I have seen that custom Bachman Timothy model on Google Images, and with Timothy's faces, all that stuff. It's very well done. I've seen a lot of customs. But yeah, just to recap, I am going to ask Kane Fan 701 permission. Kane Fan 701's permission to borrow Timothy's ghost whistle so I can put it in the trailer. The demonic scream idea, I've already executed that. It's in the film. It's ready to go. And I will say this. Timothy is going to have a huge role in this film, and it's going to be anything unlike any other anti-hero kind of thing. So yeah, I think this is it. I think I'll conclude the live stream. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. It's been, I don't know how long I've done this, but 20 minutes, maybe more. I don't know. But anyway, so I will end the live stream. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Thank you so much, 100 subscribers, all that stuff. That will be the next video I will do, which will be all on you guys, because you're part of the reason why I've made it this far. And I'm going to honor you for the next video, I promise. So yeah, take care, see you soon, everyone. Have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video.